Do you want to know how the billionaires live their lives in a country that's ranked as the 13th richest economy in the world? Well, definitely we all get curious about how these billionaires spend their money. This is why we're here with all the details for you. So let's find out what's it like to be a billionaire in Spain. Juan Abello. Well, among the richest families in Spain, Juan Abello is the one very prominent, Juan, who founded a global investment firm in 1990. He's the son of a pharmacist and carried his father's trade and served as a managing director of a company founded by his father. This family-owned global investment firm owns 25 portfolio companies. Juan is among the richest people in Spain, worth $2.7 billion. The real thing to be curious about is that how this billionaire spent such a huge amount of money. Well, Juan keeps a large collection of art worth millions of dollars. Not all these may be very expensive, but the real interesting factor is that Juan has kept billions of such pieces of art, making his collection worth a lot. The collection that he keeps are the works of classic artists, including Vincent van Gogh, Edgar Degas, and Pablo Picasso. Alicia Koplowitz. Alicia Koplowitz, a Spanish businesswoman, is among the billionaires of Spain. She's worth $2.6 billion and a successful businesswoman to whom the credit of the success of Omega Capital goes. She and her sister inherited in 1968 a construction company that was founded by their father. But after 3 decades, she sold out all the stakes of that company that she owned to her sister for $800 million. Soon after selling her stakes in her father's company, she invested in Omega Capital and controlled it completely, which proved to be much better than owning her father's company. Just like her investments are worth millions, similarly, her spending is worth millions as well. This businesswoman loves spending in steel utilities and hotels. One of her own hotels is Hospice Amariogo, which is famous for its attractive architecture and highly modern ambience. It has a pool and a spa at the rooftop and the finest view someone can have in a hotel. Juan Miguel Villarmir. Juan Miguel Villarmir is a billionaire who has a very interesting story full of ups and downs. Even though he served as a Minister of Economy and Finance in 1970, he faced financial difficulties in the 1980s and even sought bankruptcy as well. But who knew this crisis over this billionaire would soon go away as he would be successful again? Juan, who worked really hard and served in government departments, large companies, and big multinational companies as a CEO and managing director, is that billionaire whose complete life is like a roller coaster. Today, he owns an investment of $2.7 billion. This billionaire is not just a hard-working businessman, but also spends the money on a luxurious lifestyle. He owns a blue-eye ship that is 60 meters long and can carry 26 people in it. Worth of this ship is 30 mil. Isaac Andy Hermé. Isaac Andy Hermé, a famous Spanish businessman, has a very inspiring story. Isaac and his brother started selling t-shirts and clogs after immigrating to Spain in Barcelona from Turkey in 1969. These t-shirts and clogs were completely handmade that both brothers started selling. This business soon grew and became the largest and best clothing business, not just in Spain, but in the whole world. Isaac is the controlling shareholder of this world-famous clothing brand, and Isaac is now worth $1.7 billion. Isaac was also honored with a knighthood of France. This billionaire, who's famous for his struggle and best clothing line, spends over luxurious things. He owns a very huge and modern private house in Barcelona, having a large garden and pool. This house also has famous hedges, which make the house look separate from the neighborhood houses. These hedges provide space to this house, despite all the neighborhood housing being constructed very close to each other. Isaac also owns a luxury yacht, Nirvana Formentera. This yacht can carry 10 guests and 9 crew members. That makes this yacht a luxurious thing, which can only be owned by the billionaires. Amancio Ortega Gaona. Amancio, who's a founder of a fashion brand Inditex and the clothing brand Zara, is the richest person in Spain, 3rd richest in Europe and 13th richest in the world, with a worth of $78.9 billion. He spends his money over real estate, hotels, cars, and yachts. He owns Hogwarts Hotel in Manhattan, Mercedes-Benz S-Class worth 28 grand, Mercedes-Benz GL Class worth 58 grand, 2 yachts, Drizzle and Valeria B, and a Gulfstream 650 private jet worth 65 mil. This would have given you an idea of how it's like to be a billionaire in Spain. Click on one of the 4 videos on your screen right now, and we'll see you guys in the next one.